Hi, I'm Colin, and this is Sci-Fi Deep Dive. So with Halo Reach coming to the Master Chief Collection, and the Master Chief Collection coming to PC, I figure there's a lot of new Halo players out there who aren't very familiar with the lore behind Reach in particular. Or a lot of people who haven't played it in so long they don't really remember the story behind Reach. So I'm going to take some time today to cover a brief history of the planet Reach, as well as its significance in the Human Covenant War, and why its fall was so impactful. So Reach is the second planet in the Epsilon Eridani system, roughly 10.5 light years from Earth, and it was settled by the human colony ship Odyssey in 2362. Reach itself was chosen as a colony because it was so rich in titanium. It started out as a mining world designed to mine the titanium and ship it back to Earth to be used in production of vehicles, but quickly had an industrial boom. As industry on the planet expanded, more people moved to the planet, and its population grew. As its population grew, more and more elements of the UNSC government moved their headquarters to Reach to be closer to manufacturing and population centers. One of the more notable UNSC military organizations to move their headquarters to Reach was FleetCom, for example. But with Reach's expansion came the turmoil that was facing the rest of the UNSC. Reach was not exempt from the insurrectionist problems that were happening all across human space. While Reach was not nearly as easy a target as some of the more fringe worlds, it was still hit occasionally by insurrectionist attacks. By the start of the Human Covenant War, Reach was the second most populous planet in human space, second only to Earth, and the second most defended planet, second only to Earth. Reach felt like a secondary capital to humanity, and as a result became somewhat of a fortress, surrounded by orbital defense platforms in a system very similar to what we see on Earth during the Battle of Earth. With the beginning of the conflict with the Covenant, we see Reach's industrial capabilities expand to facilitate a larger war effort. More shipyards were built, more factories were built. But in July of 2552, Reach met the same fate as every other human world before it, when the Covenant found Reach. Reach eventually fell prey to a massive Covenant invasion, much larger than the invasion force that hit Earth later that year. And by the way, if you want to see more about the Battle of Earth, I've got a video on that. I'll put a card up in one of the corners, probably. Like most battles fought during the Human Covenant War, it was less a straight-up fight and more a fighting retreat. The objectives of the defending UNSC forces were mostly to defend evacuating civilians or the scuttling of key intelligence facilities. Still, Reach was a very well-defended fortress world, and would put up quite a significant fight against the Covenant. The Battle of Reach is generally characterized as a heroic last stand for a lot of those involved. And for nearly a month, Reach did hold out against an onslaught of Covenant forces from late July to early September of 2552. But like all the human worlds that had met the Covenant up till that point, Reach eventually fell, meeting the same fate as many other worlds, having its surface burned to glass by the Covenant Navy. The loss of Reach was demoralizing to humanity. Like I said, it felt like a second capital. It felt almost like losing Earth. That's not even to mention the industrial and manpower capability of the planet that was now lost. But it wasn't all hopeless. One ship of particular importance escaped the Battle of Reach: the Pillar of Autumn. The Pillar of Autumn fled Reach and followed a series of slipspace coordinates that they had gotten from a Forerunner relic, and this would lead them to Halo, and the events of Halo 1, 2, and 3. And the events of those games, as anyone who's played them would know, would lead to the end of the war. So if you enjoyed what you saw here today, or you want more sci-fi discussions, head down below, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you can get notified when I upload new videos. Also, don't forget to leave a like and a comment. Tell me what you thought of Reach. Have you played it, or are you looking forward to playing it on the Master Chief Collection? Are you new to the franchise? What are you most looking forward to experiencing in Halo? So for Sci-Fi Deep Dive, I'm Colin, and I will see you next time.